What does the orange cupcake have to do with anything? Is there more Demeech clones? Any updates on the Billy Dog situation? Who the hell is Reese? Who the hell is Billy Dog? What's the current hyperfixation, Demeech?
Probably your videos.
Me?
Yeah.
So, I got a pack of Twinkies, some McDonald's mayo, and some cans of Vienna sausages.
Oh my god.
And he texts me saying, "Eat up, big boy."
Oh my lord.
You are now watching Sir Musty.
It is time. This has been Demeech December, and I'm sure many of you are aware, there's been a YouTuber named Sir Musty who has made a ton of videos about me, responding to my videos, from all the way with the origins of I Love Nintendo 1999, to things like Nintendo Switch Sports. He has been making so many commentary videos about me that it's about time I respond. And what better of a time to respond than with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Sir Musty, and of course, some guy who clearly doesn't like Nintendo, T&D, and King Swifty RidersDX.
I mean, it's good to be here, Demeech. I mean, I'm glad we finally got to hash out the big drama once and for all, you know? It's been brewing, it's been bubbling and brewing, but I'm glad we could finally sort this out, you know?
TMZ's been going crazy, you know, wondering what's...
The paparazzi's been at my door. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. And could you just imagine? Oh my gosh, there's so much drama. It's giving toxic. Oh no,
really
Kabuto.
Bloody hell, Demeech. Is that one of your iconic Demeechisms, yeah?
That is absolutely a Demeechism. RidersDX was there for that.
I might have to steal that. I might have to repurpose that. I might have to culturally appropriate that, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh no, Kabuto. And also, just as a brief aside, you guys were wondering at the end of the last stream if I am a Swiftie. I certainly am. So don't worry, we are in safe territory.
Oh
You're
my
a Swiftie?
gosh,
We are in safe territory.
Someone in my camp.
I mean, listen, she's.
Oh
she's
my
wonderful.
gosh.
I'm not like a super mega fan, but listen, if she comes on the radio, I'm listening to her. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll take anything at this point. I'll take anything at this point. I always feel completely ganged up on.
Who's ganging up on you? Demeech, are you ganging up?
Yeah,
I am.
You should see all the community posts.
Yeah, I'm 100% serious.
Oh my god, the Demeech Sir Musty situation is actually going to get crazy in a second. What do you hate about Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift, the queen of the world. You know, you disrespect the queen, you get, you know, karma is my girlfriend after all. Is what as she says. So
I mean, Riders is coming on a bit strong, but he's not necessarily wrong. Okay, her songs are classics.
I completely disagree. God. Maybe I should make a Taylor Swift rant.
Hang on. Here's the real question: who is your girly pop artist of choice then?
Who is my girly pop artist of choice?
He doesn't know that what exists.
Would Rihanna count?
Sure. I would count Rihanna, yes.
Yeah.
Then her.
Yeah, Rihanna counts.
You know, I mean,
but you don't even know how to pronounce her name, so.
No, she says it that way. That's the correct pronunciation. I used to watch Adosa Buckley, so he taught me. He also taught me a lot of things about Canada.
Adosa Buckley, eh? All right, my guy. All right. You know, I think he might be okay in my books, Riders. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so since this is a Christmas Eve stream, and considering such a momentous occasion, having Sir Musty on the stream, we're playing some Mario Kart, and you guys are more than welcome to join. This is the code. Of course, the rules are usually the same. We're doing 150cc, no teams. I should have done custom items, but that's okay. So, you're going to get a blooper, you're going to get a coin. I mean, that's what it was like before Wave 3. All vehicles, no smart steering, because we don't like easy modes here. I'm still working on making the ramp, or the staircase where the wheelchair ramp would be. That's how hard I like life to be.
Are we gonna get into that, Demeech? Oh, Demeech.
We're gonna get into all of it.
That video is gonna come out in 2 days. I hope you're ready for it. All right. So, all right. For some context for everyone else, right? I think Demeech, single-handedly, by far your worst take has to be Mario. Like easy modes in Mario games are like, they're like the worst thing ever. You had like the most boomer take of all time. Oh, I played games back when they were hard, in the hard era. Brother, you're 25. Okay, I'm 5 years your senior. All right, respect your elders. Okay, I played Mega Man 2 when you were still in diapers. All right,
I wouldn't say that to RidersDX.
I can't believe. Listen, I'm not talking about my fellow Swifty, okay? Me and him are chill right now. I'm talking about you, okay? I'm talking about you. What is it with you in easy mode, brother? Are you really going to go up against, like, are you really going to hate against my nephew trying to play Mario Kart with smart steering? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, of course. No, in all seriousness, for one, you're 30?
I am 30, yes.
I gotta respect my elders. So, with that being said, it's funny
Listen,
because I used to
I'm
make that joke to RidersDX all the time.
How old are you, RidersDX?
I am also 30.
Hey, yo! What's Swifties and 30? This is unreal.
I know, right?
This is unreal. Like, what's happening here?
Well, it happened 2 months ago, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm 30 now. There's also 30 viewers, apparently.
You're just seeing 30s everywhere. That's how it's going.
Yeah, you know. But you know what? It just means I'm more mature and insightful, so.
That's how it goes. You realize that the jump isn't as crazy once you actually go over it. It's just kind of...
Yeah, no, it's actually been fun. I've already preferred my 30s to my 20s, so.
All right, but back to the Demeech, really, all right? Why do you hate easy modes, Demeech?
Why do I hate easy modes? I actually have the answer. I feel like with the easy modes, they, at least for me, they cheapen the experience. Where, yeah, they're optional. But in terms of Mario Wonder, the main reason why I didn't like them is because Yoshi and Nabbit were the easy modes. And I didn't like that Yoshi was in easy mode because I wanted to play as Yoshi and Nabbit as regular characters. If there's something like the White Tanuki suit or the White Raccoon suit, I'm more fine with that because it's optional. I'm not a fan of them. I feel like it takes away the point of a video game where you need to get skill in order to be good. However, I do see where most people are coming from, where they disagree with my opinion there. Looking back at it, it's not an opinion that I feel as strongly about. It was mostly because I wanted to play as Yoshi and Nabbit. But I feel like, in terms of multiplayer, yeah, if you're going to do multiplayer with smart steering, and someone else isn't using smart steering, it creates something that's unbalanced. It kind of like New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, where one player will always have to be an easy character if you're doing 4 players. But it's not an issue I feel that strongly about, but I feel it cheapens the experience. And, I understand where others are coming from, though. Yeah. But I never use them.
I don't want to be, like, screaming and, like, raging over a game. I just want to relax.
Yeah, but then the other thing I would say is that, like, if somebody wants an easier experience, like, who are you to decide that that's a bad way to experience the game? That was, like, ultimately my rebuttal to your argument.
We got into this argument over New Super Mario Brothers.
So you've already had this debate with him, and he still refuses to budge. Demeech.
Look, I worked hard to get those shiny stars in New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
I got your New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Do you think the kind of person that's going to use an easy mode cares about the shiny? Even I don't care about the shiny stars, bro. I'm just beating the game and booting up God of War or something. Come on, Demeech. Come on, man.
Well, obviously, you don't care about the things that matter in games.
Yeah,
getting the shiny stars.
You know what? You're right. You're so right, Demeech. Demeech destroys Sir Musty once again.
No, but the thing is, I'll be real. When it comes to my videos, that one about the easy modes probably has one of the worst like to dislike ratios. I think it's at like 70% likes. I'd always keep the dislikes on. I think people can see them, but YouTube decided not to. So obviously that was a bad take for a lot of people. The other one is with Pokemon, of course.
Yeah, I mean, with Pokemon...
What was the Pokemon take?
Yeah, was it? Just
that I hated Scarlet and Violet, which I do.
You know who I am, right, Demeech? But Scarlet and Violet's biggest defender.
I'm Scarlet and Violet's biggest hater.
Oh, this is a clash of the titans. This is a modern day Cold War right here. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jeez. So, like, did you end up playing the DLC at all, or did you opt not to buy it?
See, the thing with Pokemon is that after Scarlet and Violet, I just decided, okay, I was getting obsessed when it came to making videos about them, and I still stand with my opinions about the games, but I just moved on from the series, not because I outgrew the series, but I didn't like what it became, and I just thought, okay, there are better games to talk about, so I didn't bother with the DLC, and I also didn't want to support it. Would I be open to if I find Pokemon to be good again? Yeah, sure. If Pokemon Legends Zaza turns out to be a great game, that'd be cool. But I'm not expecting it, and it's not something I'm particularly hyped for.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The fact that he calls it Zaza still kills me. But continue.
That's all good. Man.
I'm never gonna call it Pokemon Legends ZA. I'm only gonna call it Pokemon Legends Zaza. The joke is in the writing. It's like if they call. It's like if they called a sequel to Mario 64 Super Mario 69. The joke's already there.
Yeah. Well.
You know, I'm with Demeech on this one. Zaza just sounds funnier. In all fairness. You know, in all fairness, though, I think I mentioned it in my reaction, but I think a lot of your complaints, like you ended up bulking some of your genuinely good arguments with some of the strangest nitpicks of all time that just ends up coming off as strangely comical. I think that was the issue with the video mainly. Not necessarily that you didn't like it, because I've met loads of people that don't like Scarlet and Violet, and my general take is, it's fair, it's got its issues, but I fucking love the games. Pardon my language, but I really adore the games. But
Are
yeah,
you
I think
from
it just
the
came from the
UK?
fact
You're
that,
supposed to say feck.
no, that's Irish, so I don't know, Demeech. I'm English, mate. Blimmin' heck.
So is Goomba, but he says
my.
feck in his videos. I didn't think it was an Irish thing.
It's more Irish and like Northern English, but like I'm from the South. I'm from London. I'm from jolly old
that's
London.
cool. Born and raised, I'm assuming, because I saw on your Twitch profile you're actually Somalian. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's where my mum hailed from.
Have you ever been?
I have, yes, plenty of times. It's a lovely place.
Mogadishu
Awesome.
or somewhere else?
That's like South Somalia. I'm more from the north.
Oh, because in the north, I think that's where Somaliland is. And that's more stable.
Hey, yo, Demeech knows about Somaliland?
Geography is one of my passions.
I'm actually, bruv. I don't tell people I'm from Somaliland because most people, I don't have to explain like for half an hour what Somaliland is, but hey, Demeech, I actually rate that. I actually rate that.
Hey, Americans don't usually know about geography, but I like to be the exception there.
They don't, and you know what, props to it. Yeah, I'm from Somaliland, more specifically, yeah.
That's really cool. Because I've seen videos of Mogadishu. It looks to be safer than you would assume, but still there are all the checkpoints, and Somaliland does look relatively safe. My family's from Greece, so when I go there, it's safer than it is in Florida. But, you know, I'm always down to see what other cultures are like, and I wanted to travel more. So that's awesome.
Where would you go if you could travel like right now?
Where
What's
would
like
I
the dream
go?
destination?
I would say if I was able to go, I'd like to actually go on the tour of North Korea, but Americans aren't allowed. Just to say I've gone there. But if you want an actual serious place, well, that is kind of serious, but there's no way I can go. Trying to think, I would, that's a good question. I was just like going to Greece. Yeah, Japan's a good choice, but I'm trying to think of what would be a good place. Get back to that and we'll talk about Pauline for a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't think of it.
What's the rest of the room, Ty? Where would you go?
The rest.
Besides Japan, I would say DR because I'm part Dominican. I've been to Puerto Rico, and I'm also part Puerto Rican. That's the like last remaining motherland that I have yet to go to. So, DR is number one on the list.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, man.
That's wonderful. What about you, Riders?
Oh.
Where are you going? Where you jet setting off to right now?
Bikini Bottom.
Okay. Other than Bikini Bottom, what? You're gonna say Rock Bottom next? Oh, where are you going to, Riders? Come on. Where are you going to?
Oh my god, I don't even know. I don't really travel.
God, is it off the top of your head? Surely there's like somewhere that you've been like, hey, do you know what? That could be kind of cool.
I mean, South Korea actually would be really fun.
That does seem pretty sick.
Yeah.
To visit South Korea seems really nice. I've heard not so great things about living there because like the work culture is really crazy there. But
No, it's Bikini Bottom.
I'm more of a rock bomb kind of guy. You know, I like the accent there.
I would say South Korea would be a really cool place to visit. I would say Japan. I'd honestly pretty much go anywhere as long as it's not dangerous.
Yeah, for me, I'd go with the basic answer. I think me and my fiance have always wanted to go to Japan. It just seems like one of those places that's like so far removed from like any Western culture. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool to visit.
Japan, Australia.
Australia would be a cool
I don't
one
know.
as well.
I'm also just fine going to Greece a bunch of times. I mean, I've gone there I got family there, so that's why.
Actually,
so I'm always gonna.
My boyfriend really
there.
wants to go to Italy. So that might be. On the list.
Italy would be a good shout.
Yeah, he sent me like a bunch of reels and stuff about like things to do there. I was like, oh, I think he's giving me a hint.
I'd love to go to South America. That'd be great.
South America would be kind of cool. Anywhere in particular?
Brazil,
Brazil. Can't go wrong with Brazil.
Argentina. Colombia seems a bit too dangerous.
Yeah, I was gonna
No
say.
offense,
yeah,
Nick 2751, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we talked about it before, but yeah, it doesn't seem stable enough to visit there on my own.
So, Pauline, Demeech?
Pauline, don't tell my girlfriend about her.
So we're gonna keep on the listen. You know me, bro code. But what's going on there, Demeech? When did it all start?
It all started with Mario Kart 8, believe it or not. And the reason because of that is because Pink Gold Peach replaced what could have been a good character, and then Pauline came to mind. Then in Super Mario Odyssey, and these will be spoilers for Super Mario Odyssey, she was the mayor of New Donk City and came back, and it was amazing. She became the mayor of New Donk City, a wonderful singer, and she truly cared so much about Mario that she had an entire festival dedicated to him. Whereas with Peach, she dumped Bowser on the moon. And then from there, Pauline has just become the best Mario girl, and she's pretty too. So she has a lot of talent, she can run a major city, she cares about Mario, and she's good looking, yet Mario ditched her. But as for me, I mean, that would be the ideal girl, if I was single.
What is it about? Is it you just like career-driven women? Is that what it is? Because like she climbed up the corporate ladder to become mayor. Like that's got to be like there's got to be some drive there, right? Is that what you like?
Career-driven? I would just say I like the confidence and how much she cares about Mario.
Oh, definitely.
With Peach, I just feel like she doesn't care about Mario, and Mario's simping for her. That's the problem.
Like in the modern games, does she even like give him a like quick smooch on the cheek? Not so much anymore, right?
Mario'd be lucky for a handshake.
That's like unreal. Like it's not expected, of course. Like she can do what she wants, but it seems ridiculous, doesn't it? I'm kind of with you there. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean Peach keeps on leading on Mario, and she won't even stay with him when they go to that hotel in Luigi's Mansion 3. I mean, obviously because it's a Nintendo game, but knowing Peach's character, it goes to show that she doesn't care about Mario. You know what's funny about Peach though? When it comes to the RPGs and when it comes to her own games, she's a great character. But when it's the mainline games, usually, there are some exceptions, she just is not a good character. And in the movie, I also feel like she was too girl boss. And I also feel in the movie, there was going to be...
Oh, they made her woke. They made her woke, guys. They ruined it. They ruined it. No! They made her woke. Oh, Demeech, no.
Not only that. No, the main thing is, they just made her kind of a bitch.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. What makes you say that?
She never had any sweet moments like her character in the games. It was just like... She reminds me a bit of how Sandy is in SpongeBob.
I don't see the Sandy comparison. I get what you're saying in terms of, like, Peach is completely different from the games, and I don't really like how she's portrayed in the movies, but... Sandy? Really?
I don't think that's a fair comparison to me. I mean, she's think about it. She's like the ruler of an empire. She doesn't have to have a soft touch, you know. She has to make tough decisions for the daily denizens of the Mushroom Kingdom.
But she was before, and she had a sweet side. Hence the name Princess Peach. Now she's more like Princess Toadstool.
Oh, zinger! Zinger alert!
Zinga!
He's got the jokes. He's got. What is that?
Zinga!
She's a badass.
Oh man, I had to stop myself, Riders. I almost said something that I probably should not have said.
Okay, well now you have to listen. I don't know about you, Demeech, but I have a rule in my house. If you say I was going to say something, now you have to say it. I'm going to be honest. You kind of wrote yourself.
Yeah, I do that too.
No, you wrote yourself. Now you have to say it.
You have to, T&D.
Well, the only reason I can't say it is because it's a spoiler for something, so I'm not going to say it.
Well, in that case, don't.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah, Riders, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right, you know, you got off lucky this time, but you got to be careful.
Yeah,
all right, you got to be careful.
You can't talk about that.
I got loose lips.
Loose lips sink ships, as they say.
I know what you're talking about. So
Where the hell
Oh,
is
yeah.
Honey Queen?
What?
So, Honey Queen or Peach? Which one would you rather, Demeech?
Have as a playable character or have as what I'm assuming is a freaky question?
Demeech, oh, you caught me red-handed, lad. My hands are up. My
Okay, to
hands
have
are
as a
up.
playable character, I would say Honey Queen. Freaky, of course, Peach, because she's not a freaking bee.
Welcome to our world, Sir Musty. Welcome to our world.
Listen, I'm here for the madness. Okay, I embrace the madness.
thank you for taking my spot, Sir Musty. I will be signing off now. Thank you very much.
I mean, you don't have to leave
Are you
because of
actually?
me.
No. I'm just saying that, like, I've been looking for someone to take my spot, and now
Come
I
on,
can get
Riders,
out
were
of
you
this
ever the
place.
punching bag? You never
I
were
can
the
get
punching
out.
bag. That was T&D.
I'm free.
Listen, whoa.
Freedom
Am
at last.
I taking the role of punching? I never signed up for this, lads.
No.
I never signed up for this. This is unreal.
No, if you were the punching bag, you would get all the pranks pulled on you.
I don't know. I'm a bit too old for that chicanery, lads. I'm gonna be honest. I
Tomfoolery.
can't be no punching.
I can relate.
Come
Yeah,
to think of
definitely.
it, Riders, I haven't played pranks on you. Have I?
Because well, that is because I am too good for pranks.
T&D I play pranks on all the time.
What was like the best prank you pulled on him?
Oh, I don't. Well, can we say it on stream? No, we can't.
What's the hint?
Somebody in the somebody in the comments was here. They were involved.
I think.
It had to do with a phone
Oh, I know
call.
what you're talking about. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did this prank one time where there was a guy who was on the stream, and it was just kind of annoying and weird. So what I did is I pretended to talk to him, and I had my friend do an impression of him, and he thought it was real and thought he was crazy. But
Oh my God, Demeech.
that was for a prank for T&D, but one of the best ones I played was recently, and it had to do with his birthday.
Lay on me. What was it?
I'll let you tell the story, T&D.
TND.
Give me a sec.
It had to do with the Miu Mini Plus.
Is that like one of those like bootleg console
No,
things?
that's not what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, I already talked about it. No, the prank that I played on you earlier this year, that was another classic.
Which one? What are we talking about here, boys?
The
You gotta
Miu
fill me
Mini
in.
one.
Let's see. The Miu Mini. Oh, okay.
Oh, he's just
He-
filing
so-
through his brain of all the pranks
Yeah.
that have happened.
No, literally,
There
you
are
have
way
no
more.
idea, dude. You have no idea. No,
Bro,
but
is Demeech that crazy with the pranks? Really?
dude, he's like if you've watched regular show, like he's better than Muscle Man in terms of pranks.
Good lord. Good
But,
lord.
Yeah, so we have this bet. So like we had this bet in the beginning of the year. I thought Switch 2 was going to get released this year, but Demeech thought it was going to be 2025, and the loser had to make this thing called Billy Dogs, which is a Twinkie with a Vienna sausage inside with mayo on top.
Good
and the loser
lord.
had-
No,
eat
it's not
that.
mayo on top. It's mayo that's used to soak the Vienna sausage for either 24 hours to a week at room temperature, soaked as if it were a brine, and then it's served in a Twinkie bun.
Demeech,
right.
you are an absolute devil. What the hell? Oh my lord. The hot dog and a Twinkie would be punishment enough. You made him soak it. You made him soak it in a brine.
A brine
Lads.
of mayo at room temperature.
Put him in a cage. Can we put him in a cage? What's happening? This man's crazy. Put the croc in a cage. He's insane. Lads, he's insane. Someone lock him up. Are you secretly the Florida man, Demeech, that everyone keeps talking about?
No, but it gets even better. So
How does it get even better? Do tell.
So he was asking me because he had a Miu Mini. He was like, "Would you like a Miu Mini for Christmas?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I guess." Or was it Christmas or my birthday? I don't remember. But
It was your birthday.
it was my birthday. So I'm expecting in the mail like a Miu Mini or something, right? And guess what I got in the mail? I got a pack of Twinkies some McDonald's mayo, and some cans of Vienna sausages.
Oh my god.
And
Ew.
he texts me saying, "Eat up, big boy. You
Oh my
lost."
lord.
And I got so upset that I threw the box away. And then he was like, "Didn't you check the box before like you threw it?" And in the box was the Miu Mini. So he pranked me. He did a double prank because I didn't know there was a Miu Mini inside.
I mean, in all fairness, the double was on you. You know what I mean? It's a classic fool you want shame on you, fool me to want shame on me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it was.
the
It
first
totally-
one, the first one, Demeech is a freak. The second, that's on you, lad. I'm gonna be honest.
So the first
totally was
one
ugly.
is the Vienna. No, that's not a prank. The Vienna sausages, Twinkies, and mayo to make the Billy Dogs.
It was a prank.
No, it's not a prank. It's a bet. The bet is that, or I saw your stream and you said, "Who the hell is Reese? Who the hell is Billy Dog?" And
Yeah,
Billy
I'm
Dog.
realizing now.
I'm assuming you thought that Billy Dog was like one of the Nintendo fanboys that I have, like Diego or the parrot.
I did. Yeah, that's exactly what it seemed correct.
No, but Billy Dogs are a delicacy made with Vienna sausages soaked in a mayo brine at room temperature for 24 hours or a week. You could either use hot dogs or Vienna sausages, whichever you'd prefer. Vienna sausages are
pick your poison.
smaller, but they're nastier. So if you
Jesus.
want to get it over with faster, you could do that. But then you have to serve it in a Twinkie bun. Whether you put the Vienna sausage directly in the Twinkie or slice open the Twinkie like a hot dog bun is up to you, but it has to be served in a Twinkie bun. And you had to eat 5 of them if you lost this bet. So unless Nintendo reveals and releases the Switch 2 before the end of next year, eat up, big boy!
So when you're
I mean,
not,
I've already-
Oh my God, go.
I've
sorry.
already accepted that I'm eating it. So, you know, it is what it is.
No. There's still hope. There's still
There's a
hope,
little
brother.
bit of hope. It's not
Hold
complete.
up. Hold up.
There's no hope. Like, come on, guys.
Listen, the
Come on.
president might have you. He might have. I'm gonna get my dad who works at Nintendo a ring. Okay, don't worry about that. He'll sort you out.
They're
sort
releasing
you
it
out, okay.
tomorrow.
But seriously, Demeech, is this what you do in your spare time when you're not like harassing r/Scarlet and Violet with like various downvoted comments of you like you poo-pooing the game? This is what you do. You make elaborate pranks and bets with your friends.
Yeah, that's part
He's
of
a-
it. But
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a registered terrorist. What are you going to say? Go.
so when I'm not trolling the Pokemon subreddits, I like to create recipes that are just devious, like Billy Dogs. That is something you could never even make in Breath of the Wild. That's how dubious it is. And yeah, that's pretty much all I do. Well, nah. If you want a serious answer, there's more to it. Of course I like to game. I do like to make videos, although it has been a while since I have. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Actually, the answer to that
also-
is Etsy. I've been making and 3D printing figures for Etsy, as well as making custom controllers.
You also like hyperfixating on things for way too long.
Oh, that's definitely true.
What's the current hyperfixation, Demeech?
Oh, I can
Probably
tell
you. Probably your videos.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, hang on. Actually, this
Well,
actually.
yeah.
If you, sorry,
Yeah.
Ty, if you weren't going to say something, I've got a nice segue, but you go first.
No. Go ahead.
I was going to say, because Demeech, this must take like, if you're asking me, right, I think I've noticed this over the years of browsing the internet, right? Now, if you ask me personally, even like as a small fry, relatively speaking, I could just never imagine like Googling or YouTubing my own name. If someone like makes a reaction of me, it's like, oh, fair enough, but I'm never going to watch that. Like, it's not even like I can't handle this sort of thing. It's just, I personally am just not interested in that sort of thing. As long as
honestly
they speak to me
find
directly,
them
then that's fine.
very
But like with
entertaining.
you, yeah, but like I don't like. You have to explain that to me. How? Like, because in my videos, while I have not been, you know, a certain person who I don't know if we want to name them, you know, knock on wood, but I don't think I've been as bad as them from what I've seen.
I think I know exactly who you're referring to. Is he
Yeah,
an
you know
author?
exactly what I'm referring to. He's an author who exclaims it almost in every video that he makes. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we can talk about him. So I'll explain it. In terms of a hyperfixation, it's just been like the memes. I was gonna post one today with Bandy, JonTron, and Peanut Butter Gamer saying these guys convinced an entire generation that the Nintendo 64 was the best console, because I thought that was funny. I would
They
say in
have.
terms of hyperfixations, yeah, your reactions are nowhere near as much as something like, I don't know, Pokemon was, or Nintendo Switch Sports, and I feel like that is something I went on too much about to the point where it was annoying, so I'm trying to move on from obsessions like those. But I'll explain exactly why I find your reactions entertaining. In your case, your videos are actually very entertaining. They're well made, even though I disagree with you, you make good points. I like how you have all the sound effects and stuff like that. When you played MLG Teletubbies, that was pretty funny. And they're just well edited and entertaining to watch. But also the quotes like, who the hell is Reese? Who the hell is Billy Dog? And your reactions seeing things like the Demeechisms for the first time. But I don't feel insulted by them. You just disagree with my opinion. I don't see you as a hater or anything like that. In terms of the other guy, though, good old Cody, that's different because I'm not sure whether he's a troll or serious. I'm leaning more towards serious. And he will insult me, but at the same time, I look at the source there and I'm like, I feel honored to be insulted by him. The only problem I have with your reactions is you're too dignified. I wish you spoke before you think, like Harmon Smith does, where he just says anything that comes to his mind. So, yeah, I would say they're very entertaining, and I enjoy watching them.
Well, thank you. You're far too kind. Well, as I said, I always do sometimes worry that the person who might make the subject of my videos might take it the wrong way, because I never intend to like make anyone feel bad. It's just I like bantering people. I like having a bit of fun with that. So I'm glad that you found it in good nature.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I gotta say, it's hilarious just seeing the. Even with Harmon Smith, I think the reactions are hilarious. And you know, of course, there's when I used to be on Twitter. And I wanted to answer this question because we talked about it before. Or, well, I'm not sure if we talked about it. You talked about it during the stream. Did it offend me when people were constantly hating on me? I mean, I found it overwhelming and I found it annoying, but I looked at the source where it's mostly Nintendo fanboys. And I know that in the video you thought that most of them were kids. And I'm sure some of them were, but I saw a lot of them that had 1999 in their names and stuff like that. If it's the kids, I don't care if they're fanboys, because I was one of them. That makes sense. But I'm talking about the adults defending Nintendo's bad decisions. That's the ones who I'm laughing about.
No, 100%. But like for me, when it comes to like granted, I'm speaking from a position where I've never had that sort of like overwhelming backlash, so I don't know it from first-hand experience. But generally speaking, the kinds of people who are either going to throw like their sword out there for Nintendo, if they're like 12 years old, it's like they're like a quarter of your age. Why are you even acknowledging them? Yeah. And if they're like the same age as you, it's like, brother, get a job. You know, like you just got. I think for me, my approach has always been just like whatever, ignore them. But it seems like for you, you like wrestling in the mud, don't you, Demeech? Like in a hypothetical sense, don't you?
I feel like just on Twitter, it was a waste of time, and I was just spending my time talking to a wall, and I just didn't like the environment. It wasn't just the accounts that I was following and or interacting with. It was the addictive nature, so I just decided to leave, and I haven't looked back. Have I seen the Twitter threads about me, like, going forward from 2021? Yeah, if there was an entire group talking about you want to be curious and see what they were saying.
I would not, though. That's the thing. I think that's what makes me and you different. I would never. Like, I think there's been instances where someone, like, in my community told me that someone reacts to my videos. I'm like, oh, cool. Never going to watch it. I'm just not interested, personally. Like, for me, I could not think the absolute reverse.
The only one that really the one that comes to mind is when Mario Strikers Battle League released. I was going off on the game, but there was a dedicated group of fans who I wonder if they're still a thing, defending the game, and that was throughout the entire summer, and they would not stop talking about my community posts and videos about the game. So that it just was a little bit overwhelming, and you know, I know that certain demographics just don't like my content, and I'm cool with that, because most people on YouTube tend to enjoy it. And I know that people aren't going to like it. I know what I'm doing, making videos that are negative and critical about Nintendo games. But at the same time, that's just something I accept. Because, yeah, you're going to get different opinions if you're going to do negative videos. Sure, you could do more positive ones. I think you could do something like, I don't know, defend every game Nintendo makes and give them high scores. Some people will call that out, but more people are going to call you out if you're negative. But I'm fine with that.
I think it's fine to be like hold. I think I'm kind of I feel like I'm reiterating like Sir Musty's greatest hits, but I think it bears repeating nonetheless. I think it's absolutely fine to hold Nintendo to account. In fact, I champion people that do that, but I think it's fair to say that when you predominantly, I would say, I know you don't. I know to say you only focus on the negative would be wrong, but to say that you predominantly focus, I think would be more accurate. And I think
sure.
when you're known to be someone with that reputation, I don't think you can necessarily blame people for constantly throwing you in that bucket, regardless of what you have to say. Especially when, as your own admission, because spoiler alert, Demeech, I did watch not your last stream, the one today, but the one before yesterday when you talked about the future of your channel. And I think you said that 2024 was a good year for Nintendo. And as a result, you didn't really feel the urge or the inkling to make any videos about Nintendo that year, which is like a bit of a shame because if Nintendo had a good year, why not make like a video or two saying, hey, this game's a treasure. So that way, it's not to say necessarily that you have to be balanced or whatever. If you want to focus on the negative, that's absolutely fine. But what ends up happening is that your negative voice ends up getting washed out because that's simply all you do, Whereas when Scott the Was, for example, talks about the free update model, his voice has more resonance, not necessarily because of the size comparison between the two of you, but when he talks about something negative, he does it so rarely that, it rings more, what's the phrase? It rings more true, should I say. But when you do it, it's like, Demeech is crapping on Nintendo, must be another day that ends with Y, So
yeah,
even if you don't necessarily quote unquote want to or have as much fun, should I say, praising Nintendo, I think you ought to do it, at least in some instances, whether it's like a community post or whether it's anything of that ilk, just to give them their props so that when you do decide to rake them through the coals, your voice has more resonance to it. Because I think the one thing that I was worried about personally is that as someone who both praises and poo-poos Nintendo when appropriate, if Brothership turned out to be, because I saw the IGN review, I think we all did, and I was excited to play Brothership because I'm like, either it's going to be good and I can dunk on the IGN review, or it's going to be bad and I can be the one that goes against the grain. But spoiler alert, I really like Brothership. But if it turned out to be bad, then I would have said it was bad because then, I think that holding Nintendo to account is just as important as giving them praise.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. But in terms of when it came to the output this year, I feel like it wasn't the positive content where I could have made videos. Yeah, I could have made videos about why Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door is peak gaming, or other games that I found to be treasures. But just in general with my YouTube output, I don't know what it was about this year. I think Etsy was taking priority, but I wasn't feeling as passionate as I was in, let's say, 2022, where that was the peak of my channel so far, where I was doing Trash or Treasure episodes at least once a week. And I was doing a lot of positive ones too, but to say I'm more known for the negative, that's just a fact, and I'm not gonna pretend, how can people think I hate Nintendo? I understand why. But
to quickly interject, is that not necessary? Is that a reputation you necessarily want? Because I know that even if I was a more negative slanted Nintendo channel, I wouldn't want the reputation of always being negative because then it dilutes my criticism when I do give them any criticism. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Back then, I just thought it was a lot of fun to do, and I'm still going to be critical and have the unhinged segments, but going forward, I feel like I want to take the channel in a direction that it was more with Mario Kart Origins and those sort of videos, where when I did give criticism, it was a bit more dignified. I thought it was a lot of fun to do, but, looking at some games that I'm critical of with Nintendo, like Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, I think it'd be fun to have some Demeech's Fury segments about it, but the direction I want to take the channel in, I want it to just be a combination of positive, critical reviews of video games, animation, and of course, Gator Garage, but I don't think positive and negative really count there unless I get a handheld to review. That's just terrible.
And I believe in you, Demeech, okay? I believe that 2025 will be the year of Demeech.
Well, this year is the year of Luigi.
Again? We're doing a sequel?
It is in America.
No way.
Yeah, Luigi's been in the news. You haven't heard of Free Luigi?
I have not. What's this?
Oh, there was this guy Luigi who, unallowed the
shut
CEO.
Up! I know about. Okay, shut up! I know what you're talking about now. Took me a second. Everyone keeps calling him Luigi's Mansion, and that makes me laugh every time.
Next Luigi's Mansion game, Wario is gonna be a CEO and he's gonna be the villain of it.
Bruv, Luigi's Mansion 4 is gonna go so hard. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, if the Switch 2 is 4K, how could it not? And the thing is, another thing with critical content, it's just way more fun to make. Like with the Nintendo Switch Sports video, I'm so excited to see a reaction. But that took over a month to make. That's where all my focus was on. I made a few other videos in May of that year, but I had so much fun making it, even though it was critical. But I do feel like, yeah, things can get excessive.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm a man who likes to be provocative for the sake of being provocative. I'm a live streamer, okay? I love that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong. But I also would, like, on principle, I think as someone who loves the medium of video games, I think you have to be able to, like, give them credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
As fun as it is, don't get me wrong, as cathartic as it is to, because like I said, was there like a small dark part of me that was like, yes, I hope Brothership is bad so that I can agree with the IGN guy. I was secretly hoping so, but no, I really enjoyed my time with that game. So I've got to be honest, you know? But
yeah,
it would have been really cathartic, and it would have been really funny. But I think there has to be at least some sort of balance. You can weigh it in your favor, of course, but I think there just has to be. I think if you want to forward the medium of video games in the right way, that I'm sure you do, Demeech, because you love video games, don't you? You love video games.
I love video games.
You have to do it for the legacy of I love Nintendo 1999, surely.
We don't want I love Nintendo 1999 to just turn into I hate Nintendo 1999.
We wouldn't want that, okay? We wouldn't want you becoming a nostalgia Grinch, now would we, Demeech? We wouldn't want that.
No. That would be a very sad occasion for the channel. And also, I think just this has been a good year for Nintendo, but when I say it's good, there is nothing too noteworthy or nothing completely horrible. 2023 had Tears of the Kingdom, Pikmin 4, and Mario Wonder. This year was a little bit more laid back, which is fine, but in terms of making content, I think Etsy just took priority this year, but... And also, I just find it hard to focus sometimes.
Hey man, you and me both, okay? Focusing is the bane of my existence. That's why I like being a security guard. I can just stand on a door and check IDs and space out. It's brilliant.
Well, guys, with that being said, I do have to head to bed because Santa Claus is coming tonight.
You were talking our mouths off. I mean, you know, you got to rest up that mouth.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have a bad habit of just, interrupting people and just talking all the time. But I'll be out of your guys' hair at this point.
Well, it was lovely talking to you.
Well, have a Merry Christmas Eve, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, old boy.
I won't dominate the conversation so much next time. Don't worry, Ty. You'll get to say how much you hate Nintendo next time. Don't worry.
No, dude, you're totally fine. It was a pleasure getting to hear you and getting to talk to you, and hopefully we have more conversations like this in the future.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and take care.
Have a
you
good
as well.
Thanks. You too. Peace.
Adios.
So Riders, huh?
I thought you left.
No, Riders is still here. He's just been muted most of the time.
No, I mean, I just let you all have at it.
He was probably jamming a Taylor Swift.
Actually, I am playing Taylor right now.
You also playing Mario Kart as well, yeah?
No.
What are you playing?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, got it. So what do you... So are you like a Sonic Adventure 1 or a Sonic Adventure 2 guy, Riders?
Adventure 2 by far.
Oh, get out of here. I thought we were friends. Oh, we disagreed one thing at each other now. Yeah, that's it. The rise and fall of Riders. It's over now. We're both 30. We're both Swifties, but then we could have gone 3 for 3. We could have had it all. We had a good thing going, Riders.
I will ask you this, Sir Musty. Or go on.
Well, I don't know. I forgot now.
You forgot that quick?
So thanks a lot.
Is that what happens when you turn 30?
Wait. I mean, kind of got you with that one, I'm going to be honest.
No, I will ask you this. Have you ever had someone you respond to you negatively? Like, try to do something like a DMCA takedown or something like that?
I have not yet. I am gleefully waiting the day. I think me and my community make the joke that I can't wait until I can literally title a video. The Sir Musty blank situation is crazy. When I can actually title a video that, it will be like a day in Sir Musty history, it will be. Because it
Oh,
would
that'd
be
be-
kind of funny to be my first drama.
It just shows that they need to get a pair of Joy-Cons.
Exactly, from the Gator Garage, right, guys? Linked in the description at the Etsy shop. Get yourself a new pair of Joy-Cons.
And
Yes!
a Pro Controller.
And a Pro Controller. Gator Garage gamers. Check it out. Be there or be square.
Well, I think a lot of us are square on the channel since we're SpongeBob fans, but they're actually
True.
prices lower now.
Are they?
Yeah. So if you're
God.
interested in those clear
How much-
ones, I'll make
How
them
much of
for
a
you.
discount, Demeech?
Right now, I think they're around 130.
Hot buttered popcorn? That's a deal. That's crazy. Did
Well,
you
the
hear that
thing
shout?
is-
Gator Garage. Link in the description. Gone.
They're not just Joy-Cons that I get from a factory. I have to make them. I have to get the Joy-Cons, put the shells in, add the new Hall Effect sticks, assemble them, ship them, also the Etsy fees, so there's a lot that goes into it. You can't get those at Walmart, but I'm sure if Kmart was still around, they'd have them.
Is Kmart gone?
If you're thinking of the one in Australia, that's still a thing, but Kmart in the US, there's one left, so it's pretty much gone.
We lost a good one.
We did.
We lost a good one.
Going to Kmart was always more cozy and fun than going to Walmart, outside of
So,
when
I
they
don't-
got rid of video games.
Oh yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if like you being 5 years my junior means you missed out on this, but I'm sure Riders remembers going into Blockbuster, right? The ethereal experience of going into a Blockbuster.
Oh, I
Remember
remember.
that,
remember
Demeech? Oh, do you remember
I do
that?
remember that.
Oh man. What's your like best going into a Blockbuster memory?
I would say getting those popcorn buckets.
Which popcorn buckets?
They'd have buckets of popcorn that taste just like they did at the movie theater.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
my one never had that. Bloody hell.
Did you grow up in any parts of America at all? Because it seems like you know quite a bit about it here. I don't know. Was there
Well-
Blockbuster in the UK?
It was in the UK, yes. But also, there's a lot of... I know in the US, there's not really a lot of crossover with British culture, but since a lot of the TV we had over here, even now, is quite American. Like, there's a lot of American crossover in the UK than there is UK and the US, if that makes sense.
I mean, there are
like-
similarities between the cultures. I mean, you got the better chocolate. You got Cadbury.
We do.
Crunchy
We
bars
do.
are my favorite.
Oh, you're a Crunchy Bar guy? All right,
Yeah.
all right. I'm more of an Aero man. I don't know if you know about Aero. That's my favorite.
Aero bars
mint
are good.
specifically.
The bubble
Aero mint
chocolate.
specifically. Yeah, oh, he knows about Aero.
I'm
What a
cultured.
guy.
I know about Arrow.
What a guy. that's mine.
We're gonna be wrapping up this stream in a few rounds. I'd say we do 4 more rounds because I got a special someone coming over to celebrate Christmas Eve with.
I wonder who that is, huh?
Yeah, my one-up girl.
Oh, have you ever like talked about her much? Or like, what's her name?
Her name's Melissa. She hasn't been on the...
Melissa?
Well, we did the community post, but she's definitely seen my videos. I don't think she's seen Demeech's Fury yet, but she's definitely entertained by them. And she's supportive
Oh my
of doing
God.
YouTube as well.
Does she have a channel of her own, or like is she gonna like start one up?
No, she doesn't. She's not a gamer. Outside of Mario
Nothing.
Wonder. We do play that.
God.
She
Got it,
initially
got it.
didn't want to play it, but I'm like, okay, come on, just play it. I got another controller, and we ended up beating the game.
Oh my God, he's got that Mario Wonder Riz. God damn, all
Riz
right.
and Mario Wonder Riz, believe it or not.
That's unreal. So like, how did you guys meet, Demeech? Give us the tea.
Actually, it was at a party, and it's funny because RidersDX, are you still here?
What?
Yeah. Well, it all started on the day before RidersDX's birthday, where he was doing a stream, and I joined his stream, and I was leaving afterwards to go to a Halloween party, and I did ask him, hey, could I go to this party? I know I agreed to stream with you. I'll be on there for an hour or two, but I gotta go to this party. He's like, you better go. So I went.
Yeah.
It was a Halloween party, and I was talking to the girls there, and it was a fun time. It was a Halloween party. I actually wore the Mario Sunshine costume, believe it or not. And I got quite a few jokes about that from RidersDX, like, wow, his costume looks ridiculous, but
It ages you like 10 years. backwards.
That's unreal, Riders. That was actual drip. What were you wearing? Now hang on, what were you wearing firstly?
I was wearing like a t-shirt with my pants like pulled up and stuff. I look pretty good. I look hot.
Unless I can get side by side, I think you had more drip than you. Because like you can't poo-poo a man's drip and then yours like you don't even see. What was yours? You know, I think that's a bit unfair. You know, that's a bit unfair. That's all I'm saying. That's really unfair.
I've
There's a
seen his
picture
drip
of us
before.
side by side. There's a picture of us side by side. There's a picture of him and his sunshine thing, and me. And I think I looked a lot better in that picture.
I'd have to see it. I need to be the impartial judge. I'd have to see who's dripped out.
But anyway,
I think I had a SpongeBob shirt on. So
I went to
actually,
this Halloween party, and the first thing that happened is I was there wearing the sunshine shirt, and because I have chest hair, that caught the attention of two girls. I'm like, oh my gosh, is that real? And I'm like, yeah. So then the party goes on, and I'm like, okay, well, I know this party is going to be a momentous occasion. So it was a pretty standard Halloween party, although a bit crazy. There was so much noise, the police showed up twice.
Oh my god.
I talked to this girl named Melissa there, and we just hit it off. And after that party, we saw each other for 14 days in a row, and then we started dating. It went by fast. Like, it was quick.
Do you remember your opening line? What was like your opening line, Demeech?
I think it was something like Maganda, which means beautiful in Tagalog, because she's Filipino.
My god. Oh my god. Language Riz? That's actually like top 10 Riz. I'm not even joking. That's crazy, Demeech. He really is cultured. I have to give you props for that.
Well, yes. Actually, that's RidersDX's quote. He says, well, yes.
Yes.
I just borrow it sometimes. But borrowing, it's only stealing if you don't return what you borrowed, so you can have that back.
Ooh.
oh, thanks.
Yeah, maybe, thanks.
Very generous. A very generous man you are, Demeech.
Well, thank you. It's Christmas, so I gotta be.
True. Alright, so this is still a live chat. If there's any like questions you want to throw at the rest of us, like while we wrap up the last couple games, by all means throw them in the chat. Not been reading the chat very much because there's been big drama between the two of us. So I'm glad we hashed out a bit of it. There's gonna be round 2, obviously, right, Demeech? Like we're not done with everything. The situation is still pretty crazy. That's what I'm saying.
This situation's crazy. This is
Situation's still pretty crazy.
Mevins, that's funny. Is this the 69K subscriber special?
Oh, hang on. You are 69K. Way.
I was thinking of doing Conquer Live and Reloaded Trash or Treasure for it, but I mean, could this suit it? Nah, I think we need something better, but by the time I do that, we'll be at 70K.
Yeah, the moment will be gone.
Yeah, the moment's gone.
So do you think, I've seen a couple of people in the chat saying they want you to get 100,000 subscribers. Do you think that's the goal for 2025?
Yeah, it is, and I have a plan. I'm gonna try to do at least 5 videos a week, including shorts. So that is something I'm gonna try to do. We could do that, Star Chronics. It's just been a while since I thought of it.
Banjo? Are you a big Banjo guy?
versus Mario. Yeah, my favorite game on the Nintendo 64 is Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Okay. What about like Banjo-Kazooie? Are you a big Banjo-Kazooie guy?
Hell yeah.
I've tried to get into that game like twice, and it's just, I think Collectathon 3D platform is just not for me.
64 Switch controller.
Oh, no. I'm just not that big on like Collectathon 3D platforms, I guess. I don't know. Like I tried getting into Banjo, and I just couldn't really do it.
I think to wrap up this stream, I got a video for us to watch, and this is very close to RidersDX, because it is a RidersDX video.
No,
Hang on.
not that one.
Hang on. I'm curious about this now.
That was your gift, I'm assuming.
Yeah, maybe, thanks. So I can't wait for Sir Musty to see this, because this is like the salad of Demeechisms.
The salad of Demeech? Okay, now I'm even more curious. What is happening now?
All I'll say is, it's absolutely crazy. So we're gonna do... Let's see what time it is. I think we're gonna do 2 more, and then react to it.
Hell yeah. I'm curious.
If you play it, I might copyright claim it.
If you... Oh, he copied me!
That's nasty work.
Yeah, that technically is my song.
Have you heard of Woodhawker before?
I have not, no.
Beat 'em ups?
No, I'm not familiar.
The non-Tendo podcast.
One of the
Not
biggest
familiar, no.
Nintendo channels. we were at too many games, and what he did during the discussion or the panel he was doing, he spent a good 5 or 7 minutes saying that another panelist, Josiwo, copied his logo. He copied, or it was RGT2, he copied me.
Is that how he said it exactly?
Yeah,
Yo.
it was something like that.
He copied me?
Well, he's
That's
Australian.
Like 7 minutes straight.
Mate, he
It
copied
was-
me.
It wasn't he copied me. You know what? I've always wondered, what is it like if a Brit does an American accent? Because I know a lot of Americans will do the British accent, but they'll never do... I haven't heard a British person try an American accent. Could you do that?
I mean, my voice is still quite sore, so it won't be the best. But hey guys, welcome. This is the Demeech stream. Welcome. Today we're playing Choco Island. Actually, is this Choco? I think this is Choco Mountain, actually. And this is one of the great tracks from the N64 game. We do know Nathaniel Bandy. He gassed an entire generation to believe this was a good game. Can you believe that, chat? The situation between me and Nathaniel B is going to be crazy soon if he doesn't retract his slanderous lies against the appreciators of Mario Kart Wii, which is the peak gaming. They didn't do the free updates model that they do now. This is trash on treasure.
You might need to stop because I'm gonna pass out.
I would do it. Bearing in mind, that's not even that good because my throat is horrible, but you got a taste of what I'm capable of.
Is there a
Thanks so
situation between you and Bandy?
No, I'm just making it up.
Because there's a funny story with Bandy. Okay, so
Really?
the first
Tell.
panel that I did was at an event called PAX East, not the legendary PAX West you probably have heard of, but at PAX East, I was in a Street Pass panel called Street Pass Live 2, and the guy who was hosting it, Uncle Nick, we call him, he was handing out flyers to this panel, and apparently Bandy was one of them. And when Uncle Nick asked, "Do you want to go to the panel?" Bandy said, "Yeah, maybe, thanks," and crumpled up the flyer as he walked away.
Oh my god, Nathaniel! Brother. Done like a true big YouTuber. Said thank you. He couldn't even wait till you were out of like eyesight. Oh man, that's crazy.
It wasn't me, so maybe it wasn't exactly what happened, but I think it happened. But if you know Uncle Nick, he's a personality that... He's someone that's an acquired taste. He definitely has an interesting personality.
I don't know, it might have to be
I'm a
Uncle
fan.
Nick January then, I don't know. It might have to be.
Alright, so... Let's see. You know what? This better be Waluigi Pinball. After the Mario Kart 7 situation, we have to do this.
It has to be. So, were you one of those people that really liked pinball?
Actual pinball? I mean, when I went to the rec center near me, there was this Elvis pinball table I used to play when I was a kid. But I've never been a huge pinball guy. It's mostly Waluigi Pinball. Just because I thought the track was unique. The Waluigi theme. I mean... It's been said so many times that Waluigi Pinball is the best Mario Kart track.
It's to the point where, like, I have a recurring stream where anytime it's brought up, like, I'll say the sleeper agents are going to wake up in the chat and say it's the best thing ever, or the worst thing ever. Because there's always just, a debate that will come up the moment this track is mentioned, on either side. And it's brilliant. See, like, even JD in the chat saying the sleeper agents are already here. You know, it's like, oh, Waluigi Pinball, it's a good track. It's really, I love Waluigi. We need more Waluigi representation in my video game. He needs a solo game, guys. Are you one of those, Demeech? Are you one of those Waluigi needs his own solo game?
Yes, I am.
Really? What about him? You know what, to be honest, I think he doesn't even deserve to be in the spin-off games. I think he's overrated. Overplayed, way too tall. You can barely fit in any of the cars. Purple as well. What kind of color is that?
You're like that guy from SpongeBob, but in reverse, where he was laughing at green, but then said purple is his favorite color. What's wrong with him being purple?
I don't know, mate. No favorite character of mine is going to be in purple. Can you think of another good character in media who's purple?
Who's me?
Yeah, you. I'm asking you, Demeech. Go on.
Yeah, me.
You're not purple. You're green.
No, the suit's purple usually. Waluigi is not purple. Grimace! There you go.
Oh no, it took you too long. No, argument invalid. It took him too long. Riders, what do you think? I think it took him way too long to think of someone, right?
Oh,
Surely.
Absolutely.
I think so. Yeah, I think it took you too
Grimace,
long.
Knack the Weasel.
No, so you got that
SBO?
from chat. You got that from chat. That doesn't count. He's
If you were a
cheating.
Sonic
Yeah.
fan, you would have thought those immediately.
Exactly. But he hasn't even played Shadow Gens. He was playing Garfield Kart instead.
You
said
said I
it's
should
Garfield.
continue playing Garfield Kart and not take
I-
the slander from the rest of them.
I said no such thing, Demeech. I don't know. Riders, you can vouch for me, right? I said no such
I
thing.
was expecting Shadow Generation since I
It's
thought we
the
lived in
same.
a democratic society, but I
Exactly.
guess
It
Oh
won the
no,
poll.
no. Because
We
of
live in a
that,
dictatorship.
if you are ever part of a panel, I will literally go to that convention just to crumple up the flyer that.
Oh,
you'll
you
be
will
passing
now.
out.
I'll go up to you. Demeech, Demeech, I've got a panel. Would you? Yeah. Okay, thanks. crumple. Throw in a bit. Oh, bruv. I want to be a big enough YouTuber where I can get to do that and just like get away with it. Oh, Nathaniel. First, he gaslights an entire generation to liking Mario Kart 64.
I never
And then he does
believed the
that.
hype. I never got it.
I never neither, but you know, like when I was browsing the internet in like the early 2000s, where like him and like those other kinds of like comedy YouTube reviewers were like in their prime. Yeah, like I was gaslit constantly. I was a Double Dash guy, you know? It's like, yeah, I love Double Dash. But it was like 64, man. 64 is the best one. And 64 Rainbow Road's the classic, guys. It's a classic. Especially John Tron. He was one of them as well. He was one of those.
It feels
and
like. You know what the original N64 Rainbow Road feels like? It feels like that would be playing through the credits. That seems like that's how long it is. If like, Mario
Basically.
Kart 64 had credits you played through, that's what it seems like.
Someone else said Spyro the Dragon. Again, a bit too late there, Nick. A bit too late, lads. A bit too late. Okay, so what is the best Mario Kart then? Let's debate Mario Kart, Demeech. What's
The
best
best
one?
Mario Kart is easily Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, no questions asked.
Okay, boring answer. What's the second best Mario Kart then?
Second best DS. My original ranking has changed a little bit. You know what? We got Yoshi's Island, so might as well. And the final character we're going to be playing as is Funky Kong. I was going to do Pink Gold Peach as a joke. Or actually, you know what? Yeah, Funky Kong. I vouched for him enough to be in Mario Kart, so I might as well.
No, I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on the second best is DS. Demeech, are you aware of what year it currently is and what year it's about to be?
Yes.
That's an illegal opinion to have in the big 24, nearly 25.
Then what else is
DS.
supposed to be the second best? Super Circuit?
Whoa. Don't call, are you calling me out? 'Cause if you are, you got me right on the button. But I was going to say Double Dash.
You're going to say Double
Sure.
Dash?
Yeah, I'm going to say Double Dash.
You know, you're not gonna like my opinion, but I feel like going back to Double Dash is hard. The controls compared to 8 Deluxe are just so
Oh, no.
sensitive.
So for any of the Sir Musty guys in the chat, what do we call that? There's like a certain phrase that we have for people of Demeech's ilk. Does anyone want to help Demeech with the certain phraseology we like to use? I mean, I don't know what I'd call someone saying that the controls are really hard to use. I don't know what I'd call that. Well, I'm going to be honest. Is there like a phrase that's coming to mind? Is it a mastery malnourishment? Is it a proficiency deficiency? I don't know.
Proficiency deficiency.
Is there like a phrase I'm thinking? I don't know. Jack, can you help me out? Skill issue. Thank you. That's the one I was looking for. It might be a bit of a skill issue there, Demeech.
You know, it could be. Because after going to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Double Dash, or going to Double Dash from 8 Deluxe, it is a little bit difficult. But it is mostly a skill issue, I'm sure. Because I used to play it as a kid, no problem. You know, I got really lucky with my GameCube games, because I started gaming in 2010, so it's been late. It was fairly late, because most people start gaming when they're younger, but I had to wait until I was 10. So I will say that, in terms of Double Dash and the GameCube games, I got those while GameStop was clearing out GameCube inventory. So the majority of games I got for cheap. So that was great.
That's crazy. Yeah, bro.
Nowadays,
Those go for high prices now, brother.
Yeah, especially the Pokemon stuff. I think Chibi Robo's the only game that I spent $100 on for the GameCube.
Good lord, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And also another thing, when you were reacting to my Game Boy collection, I wanted to answer two questions. Okay,
Go for
so am I or was I rich? No. I just went to flea markets in 2011 when Game Boy Advance and Game Boy stuff was cheap. And
Hang on. Did you go to flea markets or did your mum go to flea markets?
well, I would go with my parents, yeah. I didn't have a
Because
paper route.
Yeah, I'm glad you. I was just about to say that because yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those things you used in your video a lot where you'd say, "Yeah, I ended up getting this game." Like, brother, you're like 7 years old. You did not like have a job in the mines. I know the kids
Actually,
yearn for
no,
the
I was
mines,
working
but
at
there's no
Dairy
way.
Queen when I was 12 years old.
Wait, you could work at 12, like legally, or was it like
No.
under the table chicanery?
No, technically you can at 14, but pretty much nowhere would hire, so 16 here.
Really?
Yeah.
To me, they had you in the mines early, brother. That's crazy.
I mean, I got my first job at Dairy Queen when I was 17.
Sheesh.
And, yeah, it was crazy. My boss firmly believed in giving ex-felons a second chance, and we worked with a literal crackhead. And all kinds of fun characters.
I mean, to be honest, they're unpredictable, but they make for funny stories. Surely there's at least like one story that comes to mind.
Dairy Queen? Oh, there are a ton of them. So,
See, that's what I mean. You gotta love them. You gotta love the crackheads. Tell me one.
okay, I'll tell you two. So this guy, John, he was a crackhead, and he sounded like this! So, one of the things he did is he said he needed to take a smoke break, so he went outside, and then smoked, and then said to the manager, "Hey, guess what? I smoke crack!" And then another thing is that John had a cousin, Patrick, who was working there. Patrick dated this girl and had a kid with her, then John, the cousin, dated the girl, and then gave her back to Patrick. So obviously, it's a high-class group of people working at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah. a lot of passing the buck happening over there. What the hell?
And then there was another guy, Zach, who was working there, who wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. He used to fight with the wall, like he would punch it. And then another thing is this was when fidget spinners were a big deal. So he'd bring them in and offer us to use them for 5 seconds. And then when the 5 seconds are up, he'd say, "Give me that back, I have ADHD."
Good lord. I mean, you can't take a man's fidget spinner when he has ADHD, Demeech.
No,
Even
you
if he
can't.
offers it to you.
And then the final one, this was the most pathetic. I have so many stories to share about Dairy Queen. This could be a stream in itself, but
Yeah, you gotta save it. You gotta save it for another time, surely.
yeah. But we had a boss who would come in on her days off to watch what the other managers were doing so she could snitch on them.
In the UK we have a term for that. It's called a job's worth. Yeah, no one likes a job's worth.
Snitches get stitches. Nobody likes a tattletale.
Yeah, no.
I got
it's-
suspended
come on.
because
You got suspended.
I got suspended from school because my friend, because he was a jerk, Sean, got the newest Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. I didn't get it yet, and I was reading it, and he said, "No, you can't read it." And I kept on reading it, and then he said, "If you don't stop, I'm gonna tell on you." And I tried to distract him, and this guy, Billy, swoops in and says, "I'll tell." And then I made a fist at Billy like this, and because of our zero tolerance policy towards bullying at the school, I got suspended.
See, I think I've heard about zero tolerance policies in like American school. We didn't have that here. It makes no sense. But for me, I know as a kid, if there was a zero tolerance rule, like the moment I get caught, I'm just going whole hog anywhere, you know? If I'm going to get suspended for raising a fist, I'm like starting a fight. I'm starting a fire.
Oh.
I'm starting a riot, you know?
I should have beat him up instead of getting suspended over nothing.
You should, honestly. You should. Because, I mean, I've been suspended for a fight, but at least I fought the guy, you know? There were like
Yeah.
punches on both sides. It was great. It was a brawl for the ages. But you just pulled your hand at a guy. That's not fair.
You want to know the worst part about it?
What was the worst
Shawnee
part?
Boy actually finished reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So there was
I
no
can't believe
reason
it.
for him to say I couldn't read it other than for him to be a jerk.
Well, that's just school for you, isn't it? Everyone's just a jerk to everyone.
Oh, the school system, at least here, is absolutely horrible. So bad that, you know, one of the good things about it is if you're homeschooled, technically you can do early college. So you can go to college early like I did. I started when I was 15, and I got my AA when I was 18. I missed out on the high school experience, but I'm glad about that.
Really? You homeschooled?
Technically, yes, but I went to college early. So it's an early college program.
That's
But-
crazy.
no, I went to standard school for elementary through middle. I didn't go to high school, though. I went directly to college.
Got it.
So let's
Yeah,
see the final reaction, which is going to be the video that RidersDX made featuring the best Demeechisms. This is great.
Oh god, what? I wonder if
That's what I wore for Halloween.
Oh my god, that t-shirt.
Make them quack at the top of their lungs. Only human fish who make love to a sandwich as he tops off every plate with a smush or a cupcake on my knees. Oh, I plead, clear my head of all screens. But even if I said please, he can help but be Demeech.
Hey, yo, why that chorus kind of catchy though?
It's good, surprisingly.
well, I wrote the song in the melody.
Get ready for
so-
this part, Sir Musty.
Yeah, maybe things are sounding insane. You can pay me with your change. You sit next to him in pain. He gets type 2 diabetes just to meet the giants leading hypoglycemic candy. If you ignore the sweat, it's amazing. You may hate him for his mouth. Try to run him out of town, but he won't ever back down because he's too in love with sound. He's the greatest friend I have in my jailers. He's a Chad. Happy birthday to Demeech. Now it's
Guardians League? What the hell? Smushed cupcake?
The smush cupcake thing was from too many games where a cupcake smushed in my backpack, and I offered it to a friend and said, "Do you want this?" He said,
Excuse me, it's a
no!
coping mechanism. Happy birthday, Demeech!
Good.
Hello, nephew Demeech. Uncle Nick here to wish you a happy birthday from the gaming.
I think
Arm.
there's a little
Happy
delay
birthday,
on
nephew
your
Demeech.
part.
Got some special gifts for you on your way soon.
Happy birthday, Demeech. Stay perky.
What is up, Demeech? Furman here from The Collective, wanting to wish you a happy birthday. Now, I know we've only recently just met, but I have a feeling that, we're going to be friends for a really,
This is the whole
really
squad
long
giving you
time.
birthday wishes, yeah?
And,
Yeah.
there's going to be
Furman's
plenty
really
of,
cool.
plenty
All of them are.
Smush cupcakes,
But Furman's the one
plenty
who
of
was...
Smash 3DSs,
He's the one who told his
and,
stories from
crazy
PAX West along with
Hotel
Zach.
6 visits and really uncomfortable Michael Jackson poses in the near future. Alright, that's all I got to say. Bye. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
That's Roboto, yeah!
Tomodachi Demeechu desu.
Whoa, happy birthday, dude. You smell like poo and monkey do. Hey! Happy birthday, Demeech. We've been friends for, oh my gosh, 10 years already. Maybe a
You
little
smell
bit
like
more.
poo? What the
I remember
hell?
we first became friends.
Was it Rob the Robot
We
you
were
saw?
mutual friends, and I think you had the Year of Luigi emblem on you, and we were talking about Mario Kart, and that's how it all started, Mario Kart 8. And to this day,
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of things right now, Demeech. It's taking me a lot to process.
Friendship. You're one of my best friends. Much love
Imagine
to you,
making
my,
it.
my dude.
I want to know how you were
Great,
feeling
yeah.
while making
Great
it.
one. And
I kind of had to
friendship,
just
poop
transport
jokes
myself to another
of,
dimension mentally.
Honestly, any stupid jokes that we come up with. At the end of the day, I'm grateful to have a friend who cares as much as you do. Happy birthday, dude.
Happy birthday? Yeah, right. Like, I'll wish you a happy
Damn,
birthday.
Demeech.
I haven't been
You're a nice guy. Is that the bird?
Yep.
It's the bird! Yeah!
eating
Yes.
dirt from Burger King employees' shoes. Get me a job right now, you little bum. Yeah, buddy. Petey on the mic. What's that smell? Is that fish? Well, look in the mirror. Dish, dish, dish. I'm so emo. I'm
Dish,
so
dish,
emo. I have a
dish.
Nerf gun with my Nemo. Caillou, Caillou, Caillou. I'm Caillou. You ignore all
Yo,
my
is he
comments.
rapping
Get
at
a
me?
load of my
Yeah,
poop.
he is.
Poop, poop, and
Yeah.
more poop. You watch Pinocchio and Luigi.
Kanye Petey? What the hell?
Caillou, I'm Caillou. Gotta go fast, Sonic's great. You just suck at playing his games. You're a freak like that, Jeff Keighley. Why don't you go and go me? That's the end of my home rap. You're
Oh
really
my god,
cool,
Caillou,
Zach.
get out of here.
Birthday, I'm gonna go piss. Violation, what the f*** is this?
And that was it. What'd you think of Demeech's Overload?
Cinema. I call that absolute cinema, Demeech. That's what I call that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Mate.
But now I think you know a little bit about how PAX West impacted everything.
Yeah, it seems like you're a Demeech reborn after going there.
Would you say you were reborn after PAX West, RidersDX?
Or maybe like put in a coffin, perhaps.
Oh, RidersDX, you're such a joker, you. What a guy.
Oh, well, I will say, making that song was almost like performing an exorcism.
How was it like performing an exorcism, RidersDX?
I mean, I just released like all the poison and the demons out of my body, and just laid it all out in that song.
Oh, God is proud of you now.
Alright, so before we wrap things up, let's take a look at the standings. Who won? Meta13 won, then followed by Mevins, then some guy who clearly doesn't like Super Mario Bros. Wonder, then Marcus, Boy A, Gia, Chimu, Teddy Dog 23, Dami, Derek, Teta, Christ, Auntie, Sasha, and CK Meyer with a whopping 1 point. So yeah, this was a very fun stream. Thank you to, of course, RidersDX, T&D, and of course, Sir Musty. I was gonna say Mr. Musty? Mr. Musty? That's way too formal. Sir Musty. And yeah, this has been a fun stream, and I look forward to doing more. As for Sir Musty collabs, be on the lookout. But anyways, guys, have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and keep calm and dada on.
He said the line, keep calm, dada. I still don't know what that means.
Nobody does. Except for me. Actually, it doesn't really have a meaning. It was just an inside joke from when I was in school. But yeah, it's just fun to say and people recognize it. But anyways, guys, this is for I Love Nintendo 1999. It's a LaCroix, but still counts.